In a time of fear and wandering hearts, Isaiah stands as a light and guide, urging people to return to God with all their hearts. In this gripping story, Isaiah speaks of a coming peace, a city of strength, and a day when all will rejoice together. But as he calls out to the people, warning them against pride and the traps of relying on their own strength, many are torn. Some feel the gentle pull of his words, while others resist, clinging to their own ways. Journey through a world of hope and warning, where every choice matters and where Isaiah's message resonates as much today as it did then. This story is a call to every heart seeking peace and purpose. The night was calm, yet a stirring tension filled the air. Isaiah stood before the city, his heart heavy, but his gaze steady. He spoke, and his voice was like a soft breeze, reaching each person who was willing to listen. "There is a city built on strength," Isaiah began. "Its walls are tall, and its foundation is unshakable. But this city is not just for anyone. It is a place for those who live in honesty, those who trust in God with their whole heart." The people listened, their faces showing a mix of wonder and confusion. They had never seen such a city, but something about Isaiah's words made them believe it could be real. As he spoke, they could almost picture the golden gates opening, the walls standing strong, protecting everyone inside. Isaiah's voice grew firmer. "If you put your trust in God, He will guard you, just like the walls of this city. He will give you peace, a peace that no one can take away." The people felt a gentle warmth growing in their hearts, a feeling they hadn't known in a long time. It was as if Isaiah's words were filling them with a light that chased away their fears. Some in the crowd whispered to one another, "What city is he talking about? Can such a place really exist?" They had known only worry and fear for so long. The thought of a place of true peace seemed almost too good to be true. But not everyone was moved. The leaders and wealthy merchants sneered, their pride blinding them to Isaiah's words. "Who is Isaiah to tell us these things?" they scoffed. "We have our alliances with powerful nations. We don't need his so-called city." Their voices dripped with arrogance as they turned away, refusing to believe in anything but their own plans. Isaiah looked at them sadly, sensing the hardness in their hearts. "Those who rely on their pride will be brought low," he warned. "You may think you are strong now, but God will humble those who refuse to listen." His words were gentle but firm, piercing through the prideful leaders like a clear ray of light. Some looked away, uncomfortable, but others only laughed, brushing off his message. Turning back to the crowd, Isaiah shared a vision that God had shown him. His voice softened as he spoke, painting a picture with his words. "I see a day when people from all over the world will gather in joy and celebration. They will sing a song of peace and happiness, and every tear will be wiped away. No one will feel ashamed. No one will feel lost." The crowd listened, eyes wide, hearts longing for the day Isaiah described. The people were touched, and many began to murmur, their voices full of hope and awe. They could feel the weight of Isaiah's vision, a world where everyone could live in peace, side by side. For a brief moment, they felt united by the dream of a better world, a place where they could be free from fear and sadness. But even as some believed, others continued to question. "Isaiah," they called out, "how can we be sure that these things will happen? We live in a dangerous world. We need to make deals with other nations to stay safe." Isaiah sighed, sensing their doubt, but understanding their fears. "These alliances are like a broken stick," he said gently, "something that seems strong but will only break and hurt you. Trust in God alone, for He is your true shield. He will protect you better than any king or army could." His words echoed, and many felt the weight of their own choices. They wanted to believe Isaiah, but fear held them back. A group of men spoke up, anger flickering in their eyes. "Why should we believe you, Isaiah? We have worked hard to secure our deals. You're asking us to throw it all away and trust in something we can't see." Isaiah's gaze was calm but unyielding. "The things you see now are temporary. Your alliances, your plans, they may give you comfort today, but they will not last. Only God is eternal. Only He can offer you peace that endures forever." His voice was steady, and his words felt like an invitation, a gentle call to those who still doubted. Isaiah could see the struggle in their faces. He knew the choice was hard, but he also knew that God was calling them to something greater than they could see or understand. As he spoke, he shared a story of faith, a story of trust. Imagine a little bird, he said, resting in the branches of a strong tree. When the wind blows, the bird is not afraid. It trusts the tree to hold it, even in the strongest storm. Just as the bird rests in the tree, you can rest in God. He is your strength and will not let you fall. Many people began to cry, feeling the beauty of Isaiah's words touch their hearts. They realized that they had been trying to face life's storms alone, struggling in fear and doubt. Now, Isaiah's words gave them a new way to see, a new hope to hold on to. One woman called out, her voice trembling, "Isaiah, tell us what we must do to find this peace. We want to live in the city you speak of." Isaiah's face lit up with a gentle smile, and he replied, "Turn back to God with all your heart. He is waiting for you. He sees your pain, he knows your fears, and he is ready to give you rest." His words were like a balm, a gentle healing for the wounded souls in front of him. But even as the people felt moved, some still struggled with doubt. The rich and powerful whispered to one another, unwilling to let go of their plans. They felt secure in their wealth and influence, convinced that they didn't need Isaiah's words. Isaiah looked at them, sadness filling his eyes. "You may ignore my words now, but one day, you will see the truth. And on that day, you will remember that God was calling you all along." His voice held a quiet strength, a certainty that pierced through their pride. The night deepened, and Isaiah's voice softened once more. He spoke words of comfort and hope, words that wrapped around the people like a warm blanket. Even when things look dark, do not be afraid. God is near. He is ready to comfort you, to guide you, to protect you. The people looked at Isaiah, their hearts filled with a new kind of peace. Some felt a small, flickering light of hope, a light that they had almost forgotten. They felt a connection to Isaiah's words, a sense that, maybe, they were not alone after all. Let's pray. Dear God, we come to you, seeking your peace and guidance. Help us to trust you completely, to let go of our fears and worries, and to rest in your strength. Heal our hearts, strengthen our spirits, and lead us on a path of truth and love. Thank you for always being near, even when we can't see it. Fill us with hope and joy, and may we walk with you always. Amen.